Daytona Beach, Florida, home to Hanksters, Hot Rods, Muscle Car, and Collector Car Showroom. Where we own all of our vehicles, we are not a consignment dealership. During the next 7 to 8 minutes of this video presentation, we are going to go over our buying process. So if you're already familiar with our process or you've watched our videos in the past, please feel free to fast forward to today's vehicle presentation. In Daytona Beach, we have a 25,000 square foot facility where we house 60 to 70 collector cars, all of which we own. Hanksters.com. We are an internet-based business. We have 80 to 100 photographs on our website of each vehicle, along with a 20 to 25 minute video presentation. The reason we have this content on our website is because the majority of the transactions we conduct month after month and year after year are done sight unseen. Yes, people wire us money for $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 cars without ever coming to look at them. However, I do not encourage that you do this. Classic cars, they're awesome, nostalgic, have great looks, get a lot of compliments, a lot of eyeball, a lot of appeal. But they're 30, 40, 50-year-old cars. They are not that brand new car that you're going to go get from your Ford or Dodge dealer or Chevrolet dealership. They all have flaws, deficiencies, weaknesses, tendencies, some of which we try to disclose in our video presentation and in our photos on our website. I encourage you to come in person to check out the car for yourself. We would gladly pull the car outside for you. You can check out the paint condition, interior condition, real good out in the natural light. You can pop the hood, you can pop the trunk, look the car real good with your own eyes. We have 2 twin post lifts here in our Daytona showroom. We'd be more than happy to put the car in air for you if you'd like us to. You can check out the undercarriage, the suspension components, the bottom of the motor, the bottom of the transmission, the floor pan condition, the tire condition. We'll let you drive the car. You can see how the car stops, starts, steers, accelerates, how the transmission shifts, how the ride feels, if there's any noises you don't like, if there's any kind of vibrations or anything like that you do not like. This way, when the vehicle shows up to you wherever you're at in the United States or in the world, there are no surprises because you were here and you went over the car for yourself in its entirety. In our photo shoots and in our video presentations, we try to represent each vehicle as honestly and as accurately as we possibly can and offer full transparency. However, we can only cover so much content in a 20-minute video presentation, and this is why we encourage you guys to come in person and check the car out for yourself. What happens next? Once you decide on your classic ride, where do we go from here? If you're a cash buyer, we accept cashier's check from your bank and bank wire transfer. And if you're coming to visit us in person, you want to bring us cash, we'll take that too. That does still spend today, believe it or not. Maybe you don't have the cash to buy one of these cars. What are my financing options? We work with a few different collector car lenders that offer terms on these vehicles. The terms start at 5 years and they go up to 15 years. Approval is going to be based on your credit bureau, debt to income ratio, time on the job, time at your residence, price of the car, things like that. I discussed 15-year term. They aren't going to do 15 years on a $25,000 car. There is price cutoffs for that 15-year approval, and obviously you have to qualify on the credit end. The loans from the lenders are simple interest loans, which means if your payment's $500 a month and you pay $800 a month, the extra $300 goes towards principal. Also, no prepayment penalty. So if you get approved for an 8-year term, which is about the average approval term, and you pay it off in 12 months, they aren't going to penalize you for doing so. So that makes it nice to own one of these classics also. Short-term money loans, you can do that. And then you can pull money out of your home equity line or your 401k or pull cash out of the bank, whatever the circumstances that you have are. Once the vehicle is paid for, what happens? The car goes through a pre-delivery inspection process. We sell old cars. Anything can stop working, anything can start leaking at any given moment. Therefore, we put the vehicle through one last shakedown prior to it leaving our facility and heading your direction. We torque the lug nuts, we check the tire pressure, we check the fluid levels, make sure the AC is blowing cold if it's equipped, make sure your brake lights work, your horn works, your wipers work, all of that stuff. Once it's green lighted and the guys say it's good to go, then we detail it. After it goes through detail, a carrier is dispatched if we are the ones handling the shipping. We can typically have a truck here within 48 hours. However, If you're in a more rural or remote destination, or a holiday falls in there, or maybe you're on the West Coast where they do fewer runs because of obviously the travel distance, it may take 3, 4, 5 business days to get a truck here, but I promise you, we know you're excited to get your ride. We are excited we earned your business as a customer. We will get you your vehicle as quickly and as safely as we possibly can. If you're the one handling the shipping, let's say you're sending your own carrier, or you're coming with your own enclosed or open transport, or you're driving the car home because you're close enough, we'll let you know when the vehicle is ready and you can come pick the vehicle up. That about covers our purchasing process here at Hankster's Hot Rods of Daytona. So let's get started with today's vehicle presentation. In our business, in this field or in this hobby, there is a term called survivor car or survivor vehicle. And basically what that means is it's original, it's a survivor. Original paint, original carpet, original interior. Pretty much everything on the car is original, maybe with the exception of the tires and the battery. A true survivor. Today we have a partial survivor. A lot of the vehicle we're going to present to you today is original from 1984. So throughout the video presentation, I'll be showing you some characteristics and flaws and weaknesses of a survivor quality car from 1984. But we have a really cool piece of inventory to present to you today, so let's get started. 1984 Buick Grand National. It does have the original 3.8 liter V6 motor that it was equipped with when it left the factory. It does have power steering, does have power brakes, and it is equipped with AC, and everything in the car is working. Turbocharged, because it is a turbocharged vehicle. Black in color. So the paint on the hood and the front fascia is original. So very nice for an original 1984 paint. No clear coat fade, uniform color. Looks good up top. You got the 3.8 liter turbo there, branding on the hood scoop, both on the driver's side and the passenger side. Let's check out the grille in the front bumper fascia area. Once again, in really nice shape for an original car. The paint is not cracked or peeling, anything like that. The rubber on the front bumper portion, very nice. The front fascia lower there where your turn signal indicators are located, that is also in very nice condition. So really nice car up front. There is a paint chunk here. There's a spiderweb crack right there and a couple chips there out of the front fascia there by the marker light. Also in the front fender, there's a three little paint chips right there. The rest of the front fender looks to be in fantastic condition. There's no paint issues whatsoever. You got a real nice Grand National badging there on the front fender on the driver's side. Do have a wheel opening molding. It is like a flat black color. That is in good shape. Brand new raised white letter Coopers. The tires that were on it were dated. It does have a set of American Racing wheels on it. I do have the original wheels for the car, and we'll show you those shortly. The reason they are not on the car is because they are aged, just like the car. So you will get that set of wheels with it. They are not terrible. So if you'd like to switch them out, you can do that. Or if you'd like to have us switch it out before it leaves here, we can make that happen too. Front windshield in the car is exceptional. Really nice glass clarity, no cracks, no chips. Presents itself very nicely. I particularly love these cars. I think a Grand National is a sweet looking car. Dual mirrors, one on the driver, one on the passenger, painted the same color as the car. So my parents actually had one of these, not a Grand National, but a regular Buick 84 Riviera back in the day. And if you notice, these doors are long, so they had a tendency to want to sag. You know, the hinges would wear out. This one's in real nice shape. Your door fitment's real nice. Body lines are real nice. All factory fit and finish. There is a couple small, I don't even know if you'll be able to pick them up in the video. There's just a small little, like right here, a couple small little dimples in the door. But none of the paint is peeling or flaking. There's no rust present there. There's a couple bubbles. Again, original 1984 paint. We're leaving it that way. We left the imperfection on the front fascia because it's now the rear quarters of the car have been painted, but the most of the paint on the car is original. That's why we're not selling it as a true survivor, because it's really not, by the term, a true 100% survivor, but a large portion of the car is. Let's take a look at the interior. They are the original door panels. It is the original carpet, original seats, original interior. So look at the courtesy lights in the floor there, illuminating both on the driver's side and the passenger side when I open up the door. Yes, the carpet does have a little green hue to it because it's original. Again, those of you looking for an original piece, this is, you know, we're leaving it the way that it is, and you can do with it what you will when you purchase it. But back seats original, so the leather inserts here in the seats are real nice. The cloth is in good shape. You have, you know, no rips, no tears, no heavy discoloration. The carpet is a couple different shades of green. That's what they did. You know, that's 1984 carpeting. Again, if you want the carpeting replaced, we can do that, or you can do that. You know, that's entirely up to you. We left it the way that it was. Driver's seat, original. So think about this. You have original leather here from 1984, and it's in pretty freaking good shape for, you know, the date, a 40-year-old car. Original steering wheel, original dash, original center console. Pull the floor mat out here on the driver's side. Now that's what color the carpeting was probably originally. And that's just the way that the carpeting from this era of vehicle discolored over time. Headliner. Look at how nice that headliner is. No cigarette burn holes, no rips, tears, no discoloration. The sun visors, the material isn't hanging, sagging off the sun visors. This car's in pretty excellent condition. Let's check it out up top. From what I can tell, paint up on the roof is also original. I'm not an expert when it comes to original paint, but from what I can tell, it certainly looks to me to be that way. Does have a rear window defrost, and of course it is also tinted. That's why you can barely see it in the back seat. Big deck lid on this car, and the deck lid's in real nice shape. Paint, you know, black is probably my favorite color, but what you get with black vehicles, what you sign up for, whether it's a car or a truck, especially a truck or an SUV where you have a whole lot more metal, is any imperfections, black shows pretty significantly, but this deck lid on this Grand National is in real nice shape. So is the rear fascia. You have a Grand National badge there on the driver's side of the deck lid. Look at your tail lights, reverse lights. None of them have any kind of moisture or condensation inside. They're not heavily faded or discolored. Rear bumper, the rubber on it, you know, your rubber bumper pad there on the rear fascia, in nice condition, not heavily discolored or faded, cracking, peeling off the bumper, you know. Take a look in the trunk. There's your wheels. So you have some on the wheels here, if you look. You just have some fade there. Of the chrome, you know, some patina, I guess you want to call it. But overall, the wheels aren't in bad shape. Like I said, you want those wheels on it, we can make that happen, or, you know, we'll send them with the car, and you may choose to put them on at a later time or whatever. Carpeting in the trunk there, that's how they came. It's in nice shape. I'll pull at least one of the wheels out so you can see it. It's a little discolored, a little brown, but it's not bad whatsoever. I'll pull this one out too. Did you notice that Ziploc bag? That is what we call documentation. Pretty cool stuff. Original window sticker. So Wallingford Auto Company in Wallingford, Connecticut. 1984 Buick. Goes over all your options. $15,000 is what this thing cost new. Build sheet. Owner's manual. Broadcast sheet. Oh, dropped it. So all this will come, that's pretty much all the significant stuff that's in here. But this whole, it's got a little, also, leather binder here. Warranty. Middleton, Connecticut. It says who it was sold to, and then, you know, your protection plan agreement. So cool stuff, you know. When we sell our classic cars, collector cars, people are always asking, do you have any documentation? This is everything that I got. So you got the original broadcast sheet, window sticker, build sheet, all that fun stuff. Don't know if the motor has ever been overhauled or, you know, again, sections of the car have been painted. I don't know how many sections. I can tell you the rear quarters have. But what we know about the vehicle, we're disclosing in our video presentation. Looking down the side of the car right now, this shot of the passenger side of the vehicle, hopefully you can see there are zero waves, zero quality or fitment issues because it's factory. It's all original. Original quarters, original doors, original fenders. No issues on the rear quarters whatsoever from a paint standpoint. See how, remember I was talking earlier about those sagging doors? Well, what would happen is you couldn't get the door onto the striker because it would sag and it wouldn't fit right. But see, there's no issues here. And then watch when I open the door. It doesn't sag at all. It comes directly straight out. The door panel on the passenger side, just as nice as the driver's side. Look at how long that door is and how big that door panel is. The interior overall is in really super condition. The seats, the center console, the dashboard. We'll find out if that original AC Delco radio works in there or not. It's a pretty sweet car. You know, in our business, it's getting harder and harder to find preserved classic cars, classic vehicles. You know, these are coming up. The early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s Grand Nationals, the Camaros, the Trans Ams, you know, so when our buyers are looking for these cars, they're looking for preservation, unaltered, low miles, you know, things like that. And this Grand National is a great representation of that. It's harder and harder to find cars that are in this type of quality and condition because demand is up and supply is down. Let's put our 84 Grand National on the rack. We'll check out the undercarriage and do a presentation on that for you guys. And then we will take it out and do a little test drive, check all the bells and whistles inside, see what works and what doesn't, and show you how this 3.8 liter V6 performs. Underneath our 1984 Buick Grand National, you have disc brakes up front. In front of the motor oil pan front seal area, you got this big cross member, not really too much you can see. You can see a little bit of the side of the block here. Looks nice and dry at this time. Block itself, oil pan gasket. Passenger side, you can't really see much with that starter in the way and the exhaust system. Exhaust system comes down off the driver's side and passenger side, goes into one pipe and then branches out again into duals as you move back on the vehicle. We'll check that out throughout the presentation. Transmission pan you can see very clearly, and it's nice and dry at this time, no issues there. Speedo cable's dry. Tail shaft seal's dry, not sure if you can see that with that cross member in the way or not. Floor pans on the car are original, so they're factory. No silicone, no patchwork, no sections. Looks good. Same thing with your frame rails. Driver's side and passenger side frame rails look good all the way back. Driver's side here. Passenger side. As far as the exhaust system, as it continues throughout the length of the vehicle, the pipes look good. No rust holes, no rod holes, no pinholes, anything like that going on in the exhaust system. The rear of the car has drum brakes. You got a 10-bolt rear. Now, going with our somewhat survivor car here, the exhaust system, the muffler, I guess, there is an outer portion to the muffler that does have a couple pinholes in it. The muffler itself does not have any holes in it, but there were a couple pinholes that somebody has sealed up here in the outer portion of the muffler on the car, but the muffler is original. And the gas tank. At one time, somebody must have punctured a hole in the gas tank or something. It is patched. It's done fairly neatly, and it's not leaking or anything like that. It is the original gas tank. So, take note of the gas tank, take note of the muffler. We could not leave the original tires on the car, so they are brand new Cooper tires. So the tires you get when the car arrives are brand new, not even 5 miles on those babies yet. So there is the undercarriage portion of our 1984 Buick Grand National. Why don't we set those brand new Coopers on the ground, take this vehicle out for a ride and show you how it runs out. Inside our 84 Grand National, horn, tilt, digital cluster works. Everything works. 8220, we were told from the person that we bought it from that it is 108220. The Carfax is clean. It's spent life, almost its entire life in the state of Florida from 1995 to now. Wipers. The turn signals, driver's side, those are also digital. Passenger side. What else we want to show you? Oh, air. Air works awesome. Ice cold. Leave it like medium there. Radio works. Don't know if the tape deck works. I'm assuming it does. Oil pressure. Your boost for your turbo. Told you in the showroom, headliner's in great shape. Dash pad's in excellent shape. Crank windows, no power windows. This is a cool car. Let's take it on a ride, see how it runs out. This car is super fun. I love it when that freaking turbo kicks in. So much fun. Digital speedo works. Steering on the car is nice and tight. Car tracks down the road nice and straight. No engine vibration, no tranny vibration. Interior compartment of the car is real nice and quiet. Nice smooth ride on those brand new Cooper Cobras. This thing is sweet. At 54 miles an hour, you feel like you're riding on air. I mean, it feels like you're doing about 30. What a great car. The Buicks and Oldsmobiles always rode so nice. I love this car. We're going to check the brakes here momentarily, and then we'll get that turbo kick in for you guys. What a bunch of power. Somebody at the engineers at General Motors were thinking that this turbocharged V6 is a fun little motor. Look, no pull, no vibration. Let's see if I can beat this traffic here. Boost. Look. 75 miles an hour. It's a powerful motor. This turbocharged V6, it gets up there, no issue. We're still 60 miles an hour. I'm in a 45 mile an hour zone, and I really feel like I'm doing 40. It's just, the car rides real nice and smooth. The interior of this vehicle's real put together. It's real nice and solid. You know, there's no rattles, there's no squeaks, it's just real quiet inside. This is a car, in my opinion, that was a little bit ahead of its time in terms of, the creature comforts and the stuff that we're used to and accustomed to nowadays. The engineering, the technology, just real cool car. These Grand Nationals, and this one, very well preserved, very well cared for. Ask one of our sales associates for a copy of the Carfax. You'll see that it's been in Port Orange, Florida since 1995. It's still in Port Orange, Florida. I mean, we're in Daytona Beach, but Port Orange is 3 miles from here. So look at our idle. No issues. Not stalling out. Not popping through the exhaust. Great acceleration, great stopping power, no pulling on the steering wheel either when coasting or braking. Beautiful car. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. That's where you can find all the photos of this vehicle today, along with this video presentation you're watching right this very moment. At full retail price, our 84 Grand National includes shipping in the lower 48 United States on an enclosed carrier. It also includes a powertrain warranty. That warranty is good on the internal components of the engine, the transmission, and the rear end. It does not cover batteries, brakes, starters, alternators, oil pan gasket leaks, tranny pan gasket leaks, if the AC stops blowing cold. Those are all items that will be your responsibility. If there's an internal issue of the powertrain, you are covered with a warranty at full retail price. Is the price of the car negotiable? Most certainly it is within reason. If we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty comes off. The warranty is good at full retail price only. You don't have to ask that question because you'll be wasting your time. No exceptions. It's full price for warranty. Also, at a negotiated cost, the shipping comes off. Shipping is time and money. You have to look into the driver's credentials, make sure they're properly licensed, bonded, and insured to carry your vehicle. You have to set up the pickup. You have to arrange the delivery. You have to track the shipment while it's in progress. You have to pay the driver when they pick the car up. At a negotiated cost, you'll do all that legwork on your own. Maybe you have your own open or enclosed trailer. You want to come trailer this car home? No issues whatsoever. You can certainly do that. And of course, if you're local to us here in Volusia County or in the Sunshine State and you want to come drive this 84 Grand National home, you can do that also. Hanksters Hot Rods is located in Central Florida, Daytona Beach. And once again, our website is hanksters.com. Check us out.